Hello and welcome to the walkthrough for the Daily Telegraph prize crossword on Saturday the 1st of October. Number 30,107, one across, absurdly quaint date, extremely old fashioned, anagram of quaint date, those letters absurdly. It's going to be antiquated for extremely old fashioned. Six across, very straightforward, support rear, double meaning, it's going to be back. Eight across, inclination to manage English clubs in US City. So it's going to mean inclination. If you manage something, you might tend to it. So tend. English is E. Clubs is the letter C. Going into NY for New York for a US city gives us tendency. Nine across. Collapsed screes in secluded place. Collapse the letters of screes. It's going to be a recess for a secluded place. 10 across. Crossword setters use these to baffle and bewilder. Say, well, baffle and bewilder are synonyms. They mean the same thing, don't they? So crossword setters do use those. So it's synonyms for 10 across. 11 across, born and died without thing essentially required. So born, like a woman's maiden name, you can say knee, can't you? And double E. And then died without essential thing. So the essence of thing is the middle letter. It's I. Get rid of that and we get needed for required. 12 across, objectives of radio mass from time to time. This is the time to time, the occasional letters. So it's A, I, M, and S of radio mast. Gives us aims for objectives. 14 across, vehicle, adult part between two others. So adult is going to be A, and the vehicle is going to be car and van, and that gives us caravan for a vehicle. 18 across, frees oneself from bounds of enormous cloaks. So the bounds are the limits, aren't they? The limits of enormous are E and S, and cloaks can be capes. So frees oneself is going to be escapes. 20 across, coloured whirlpool cycling. So a whirlpool can be an eddy. So the letters of eddy cycling can give us died for coloured. 23 across, snapper arrived with artist. So if you arrived, you can say you came. An artist we know can be Royal Academician or RA. And that gives us camera for a snapper. Take some snaps. 24 across, mishap as one day overwhelmed by stress. This is going to mean mishap. And one day is ID. Overwhelmed by stress. So you can have an accent, can't you? Stress like on a word. And put ID in there and we get accident for a mishap. 25 across, stable, civic power mostly in charge. This is going to mean stable, civic power, the power of the state mostly, but get rid of the N letter, so it's stat, and then IC for in charge, gives us static for stable. 26 across, cover of Navy's involved in European run. Yeah, a bit of a funny one this. It's going to mean the cover. Navy's oddly is N, V, and E, those odd letters. European is E, and if you lope along, you run. So E, lope, going around that gives us envelope. 27 across, biting when account half paid. So an account is AC, and half paid is ID. The end of that half of paid gives us acid. And the last one across, editor with viewpoints on drugs. So you get sub-editors, or subs. So sub and the viewpoints or stance. So I guess it's just going to be substances, controlled substances for drugs maybe. Let's do that down. One down, with creative skill, it's going to mean IT is information technology. S for succeeded, turning up in a truck. The truck's going to be an Arctic, and it's going to be artistic. Two down, article in temporary shelter for occupant. The article is am going in tent. For the temporary shelter gives us tenant. Three down, powerful figures on board. On the chessboard it would be queens, aren't they? And that is a borough of New York as well. Four down, go along with a third rate crew. So A, and then third rate is a sort of C, isn't it? And then a crew is company, so a company for go along with. Five down, gloom of daughter on vessel. D for daughter. The vessel in this case is going to be the Ark. Scotland's deep loch is Loch Ness, and that gives us darkness for gloom. Six down, cooked crab I ate. So anagram of crab I ate. The source of digestive problems. could be bacteria. 7 down, some replicas setter discovered in storage unit. There's a storage unit, it's going to be a cassette, it's in the words. 13 down, remedies. Powerful Italian family is the Medicis. Head or a headland could be a Ness. Cut back, get rid of the last S, gives us medicines for remedies. 15 down, main. Computer networking, roof space. Computer network can be a local area network or a LAN. Roof space is an attic, so line going in attic gives us Atlantic for the main. It's in the sea. 16 down, emotionally moved, behaving in an unnatural way. Double meaning is going to be affected. 17 down, canvassed poorly, lacking skill initially. Okay, so we've got canvassed poorly. It's an anagram of canvas, but without one of the S's. Gives us advances for wage increases. Not sure it is an increase really, isn't it? It's just an advance. Anyway, 19 down. Dogs is going to be setters, receiving L for large, gives us settler for a large blow. 21 down, production of films is going to be CIA for spies, with men going the other way, gives us cinema. And the final one, superbly courageous, maltreated coer, anagram of coer, it's going to be heroic. Sorry, it seems to go quite fast through that one. But we got there. Hope you enjoyed that. Keep on crossing. See you again soon.